What's up, YouTube? Give you a quick update on the 125 with the discus in it. I did plant some Monte Carlo in here. Now hopefully it'll start carpeting, or if at least anything survive, that would be great as well. Got this also from Aquarium Co-op, and give it a shot. I did some trimming on the moss because it was growing. I mean, it was actually growing, so that's a plus. And my Java fern, even though I clustered it all up right there, it looked like it's getting thicker. So, and you know, that guy right there likes hiding behind it at times. Camera shy, I guess. But yeah, I had got the Monte Carlo, planted it, and it's getting algae. Like this whole tank, as you can see, has an algae issue. But I did buy, so far, just one, but I plan on getting at least 2 to 3 more since they don't get very big. A clown pleco. See if I can zoom in on it. The camera will pick it up. And the camera's not going to pick it up well, but it's right there. So I can focus better. There we go. Better. Yeah. So that's the new addition also to the tank, but hopefully I will be able to get at least, I said maybe 2 to 3 more bristlenose, at least. See how that pan out. As far as everything else going, the Anubias, I'm going to move that around a little. Because I kind of got them just glued to rocks and just stuck in one spot. I want them to, you know, be spread out a little bit more. Not too much, but a little bit more. Also, well, I think you already saw, that's all I have left of the Anubias Nana Petite. And I did add more smaller rocks as well. Kind of just tossed them around randomly. You know, because I didn't want to try to make it look like I did it. Just kind of, you know, planned, just kind of tossed them around in there. And that's what I came up with, and I left it. I think it looks a little bit more natural than me actually placing them in these Amazon swords. I peeled off all the dead leaves. I don't know if I went over this before or not, but just in case I didn't, I pulled off all the dead leaves. And now they're doing better. I mean, they're actually growing. They were little snubs. Now they're actually expanding and growing. Once again, all this algae, hopefully they'll be taken care of. And all these snail eggs. Think about removing the snails. Look at that. Nothing but snail eggs. Probably can't see those 3. But, I mean, it's just littered with them on the back. Could have sworn I don't try to take care of the tank. As far as the sand bed, nothing like algae-wise, because I do have the cories doing their thing. 2 different species. One is a emerald and the other one is a peppered cory. So they've been doing their thing pretty good. And I also put the Bolivian rams back in here. I don't know if you had noticed them earlier swimming around in the video. I only took them out because at first I wanted just a all discus setup. But then I realized, like, there's not much movement when they're all skittish and hiding, and these guys here, they're acting like that because I'm still kind of moving and jolting around the tank a little. But these guys here add more movement when I'm not spooking them, which I'm trying not to. That's why I plan on getting, I said, at least 2 to 3 more bristlenose. Maybe 2 bristlenose and another clown. If I do have to buy algae wafers, I'll do that. If I have to keep them fed, if they manage to help me do some algae control, hopefully they will. Also on the wood, I mean, it's getting out of hand. Water looks good. You know, I don't chase numbers, so on that part, I couldn't tell you my parameters. I don't chase numbers because you get complacent trying to dose your tank with all. All right, back to the video. Phone decided to die on me. Working on getting an actual camera to do these, so you might see a big difference You know, well, I don't think you'll see a big difference because I'm not going to get like a very expensive one. Just one to kind of try out and give it a go. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So the reason I don't chase numbers because, you know, I tend to get complacent. And I know there's others that like to make sure their numbers are good, which is, you know, to each his own. As I said, um, you know, if that's what you like, you know, that's what you focus on to make sure that your fish are doing good. There's nothing wrong with it. I'll just say I personally don't chase numbers because, you know, some people, including myself in this, will typically buy a lot of chemicals to either buffer or lower to fix nitrite, you know, doing too much. So I've done that before when I had an African cichlid tank. As you see in my other videos, my older videos, probably a year old now, that you'll see that. I mean, you won't see me in the process. I just post the videos, but you know, I want the water to stay crystal clear. Tank not to have a speck of algae on it. You know, I was doing too much. I was doing too much. But I moved on from those and got these scaredy cats right here. Oh yeah, and I also added another Asta 120 80 watt. This is the old Asta 120. These are the two new ones. The one I done a half type of review on it, which I don't think it was the greatest review. That's what I did on this tank. You know, put these two. I plan on getting a third one just so it'll sort of match right. And those, if you see in my old video, I posted maybe a week ago now. These guys have an actual remote. And come to find out, one remote can control both lights. So at the moment, I don't have to touch the push button switches at the bottom down here. I don't have to touch them at all. Hit the remote on and off, set the percentage that I want to use. Right now, these are just on 80%, and they're bright enough. I mean, seriously bright enough. Even for highlight plants, I don't know, but we're going to see how well it does with this, how well they do. Because like I said, plan on getting a third one, just so maybe that remote will work on all three lights. That would be real nice. But yeah, but it's not to rag on people who want to chase. You know, I wouldn't say chase numbers. I say chase numbers because that's what I tend to do. But people who like to just put numbers, you know, make sure that their parameters are good. Or, you know, I'm not bashing them or talking down on them or nothing like that. I mean, do what you do, man. I mean, make sure your fish, you know, your fish friends here are at least eating, that they're healthy, at least as far as you can tell, and they're not getting sick. I mean, I guess that still falls under health, but make sure they're eating, not getting sick. You know, I think that's the main goal, you know, of it. So keep that in, you know, I keep that in mind. I'm not going to tell somebody else to keep that in mind because I'm going to say you do what you want to do with your tanks because whatever's working, it's been working for you. So don't let anybody tell you different. You know, and this Anubias right here is finally growing back, as you can tell. That's pretty cool. I mean, because the leaves were all yellow and I was going to toss it, but it managed to start sprouting back. So I'm see what happens with that. And I do need to get I took out the spray bar. That is a change that I did make. I put it in the other tank, the bigger tank, my wife's 235. It's working well over there as well, you know, as it was doing for here. But see me taking out, got a lot of that surface scum left. A lot of it. I mean, it's active down there, but a lot of it. And plan on buying like a small surface skimmer, put it right in that corner to help out with that. I know it probably should have been and done that, but you know, I'm just trying to let the tank do his own thing and stuff like that. I mean, it's coming along. I mean, the plants are starting to grow. Things are starting to perk up a little. Need to get some schooling fish. I tried the black neons, but I had neon tetras, black neon tetras, and It was a failure with both. I only got 5 left, but they're over there with fish that are more capable of eating them than these guys, and the 5 are doing fantastic. It's crazy. Not even a threat from any of the other tetras that are bigger, nor the Sephiroths, nor the Electric Blues. So I don't know, but here I plan on just go ahead and get some Congo tetras and see what happens. But yeah, that's pretty much it with the I guess the update, because like I say, I got most of this Anubias glued to plants, and I do plan on moving it around so it's not just a cluster of rocks sitting there. But I'll do that on my next water tank. I don't like really putting my hands in the tank too much unless I'm doing maintenance. Then fish gonna have to deal with it for that moment. But right now, I just don't really like just sticking my hands in the tank constantly. I think it does disturb them. They don't really like it. And I have just one FX6 running on this whole tank, and I understand some people might say more filtration is better, but for me, it's been working. Water has been staying clear. This is with no carbon. So I've been doing okay. Not great, not perfect, but okay. So I do enjoy that. And that's really all I have right now for the update on this tank. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, tell your friends about it, about my channel. Let's try to grow together. Peace.